There were some things that really stood out about Medik8. So first of all, the founder had really bootstrapped this business for many, many years. Inflexion was the first outside money he'd really taken, apart from a few friends. And he'd always done things for the long term. They'd also built the brand in a very deliberate way, and yet there were opportunities. For many years, all their business was in the professional channel. And then they started really quite late with a website, and they were doing really quite well, but they lacked a lot of people with know-how to do that. So one of the things I like about working with Inflexion is the culture, and I like working with firms where the culture is, how can we help? So, we've had a lot of support from the talent people in Inflexion.
We've worked really closely to help them transition from being a founder-led company to a new CEO and a new management team, to help embed new management structures, to help with a organisation redesign, to help implement new compensation philosophy, to help with instituting a new hybrid work policy. So we've been really deeply engaged with Medik8 and I think worked as a real partner to them.
And then the other area we've leaned on a lot is Alex and his group in the digital side, because like I mentioned, we just didn't have that internal knowledge.
So I worked with Chris to build out the e-commerce team based in the UK but covering Europe. So we hired an e-commerce director, a head of acquisition, a head of CRM. We worked with them to build a data platform to create more transparency in the business, and I worked with the CEO as a thought partner to help unpack the questions that we needed to answer in order to get to the next iteration of our marketing strategy. I worked with him to scope our consumer research that would inform that, hire the new chief marketing officer.
Alex and his group are regularly involved. He's often comes to our meetings, and him and his group are consulted day to day. Inflexion are very focused on ESG. We've just become a B Corp. Our sustainability person working with the Inflexion team has helped us move that ahead more quickly.
They were doing really amazing things around ESG, both around what they're doing in their operations and also about how they're branding their products. It's a real market advantage to them.
It's really great as ESG professionals to have somebody to go and talk to. They do a lot of horizon scanning, which is super helpful for us. We're a little bit down more in the weeds, and it's just nice to be able to bounce ideas. And if I'm stuck, I can ring Jenny and go like, oh, I don't know what to do about this. So we have a really wonderful relationship.
I love working with Inflexion, it's great. When Inflexion talk about encouraging their portfolio companies to use the value acceleration team, my question is always, well, why wouldn't you? I see it as, what are the 7 investment highlights that we're aiming to achieve? What do we need to do in each of those? And who can help us in Inflexion do that faster?